Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm jumping on to share with you a project, very quick project that I've been making using some stuff that I got from my Beebeecraft haul. So those of you that tuned in to the haul video will know that this is what I ordered. So I got a variety of these beautiful electroplated beads, which are absolutely stunning. And I have already made a project using some of those. I made some really lovely wrap bracelet. Just been and grabbed them so that you can see. So this is one of them, and as you can see I've got all different types of beads on them, including those beautiful electroplated beads. I've got some of the beautiful purple ones on this one, and some of the gold here on this one, absolutely beautiful. And then I've got the black on this one, and I made another couple. I made one for each of my daughters, and I've got to make a couple because I'm giving a couple away as well, so to make some more of those. They're really fun to make, and I did do a quick tutorial on how to do them, so if you want to know, go and have a look. But as part of that order I bought these clasp things, and I bought them obviously for jewellery making. I do like to do kumihimo braiding, which is why I picked some of these beads, because I'm going to do a kumihimo braid with some of these beads. And these caps, these end caps, are really useful for when you're doing jewellery making like that. But I do like to try and make my supplies do more than one, have more than one use. So I've used them to make a little closure for this album that I made. So I made this little book. I'm just waiting for, or I've tried to find, I thought I'd got some of the 3-ringed clip things that you can put into your binder, but I cannot find them anywhere, so I need to order some more. In fact, I think Beebeecraft do them, so I'll have to have a look. But anyway, that aside, I've made a closure for this album. So when they're securely in the album, obviously it will close like that, and then we've got the little strap that will come round, and then you've got the little lobster clasp, and you can do it up. Now the beauty of it is you can do it up quite tight when the album is not too full, but as the book gets fuller, as you add things to your little journal, you can go all the way down to the end of that safety chain, and obviously that then gives you the full width and opening of your little notebook. And I just thought that was such a good idea, and I've used some trims that have got a little bit of stretch in it, and again that will just help as the album, as the book, the journal, whatever it is you're making it for, gets bigger. It just gives it that little bit of stretch from the cord that I've used, but also, like I say, we've got this this additional bit because of the safety chain, and you could even add some dangles and things from this. So I just think that this is such a good idea, so I thought I'd show you very quickly how I made mine, because mine are sort of braided. So I just picked some trims that matched the album, the journal that I'm using. I keep calling it an album, but it's more of a journal, more the journal that I've used. I then sort of roughly measured how far I wanted it to go, so that I'd got some idea, but I didn't cut the cord straight away. I actually decided to braid mine first and then cut it when I'd got it to the length that I wanted. So all I'm going to do is take a few different trims in any sort of colours. I might put a bit of green in this one. So I've got this really pretty eyelashy trim. This is really nice. It's the flat eyelash trim. I don't even know where I got this from. But this one's really nice because it sort of splays out as it turns. You can see how it sort of splays the trim out. So I've got some of that. I've got this really lovely white and gold trim that was just in my stash. I've got this organza ribbon, which I got from the Pound. It was the old Pound shop before it closed down. I missed that one. Pound World. I missed that one. They had really good craft supplies in Pound World. Poundland is all right, but it's not as good for craft supplies. Although I did find an amazing supplier for organza ribbon on AliExpress. So I will get my ribbon out in a minute and I will show you before the end of this video, and I will leave a link in the description box below because they were absolutely brilliant. Okay, so this is the one that's got a bit of stretch in it. So this is just, it's an elasticy lace. Again, it came from AliExpress. It's just, yeah, just a sort of nylon-y lace. It's quite pretty, quite soft. It's a very pale pink. this one, but it has just got a little bit of stretch to the elastic, and that will just help, like I say, as your journal fills up. So all I'm going to do to start with is all those trims that I want, take them and tie a knot in one end like that. Right, I'm just going to grab my beading board, one sec. Okay, got my board now. Not as organised as I thought it was, clearly. So all I'm going to do is just take my pin and just pop this down through that knot and into my beading board, just to secure it in place. You could also just put a safety pin through it, put it through your jean leg, put a binder clip on it and clip it to a clipboard or something. You just want it secured in one place so that you can plait it. So all I'm going to do is choose a couple of trims to put together, and then the other trims I'm just going to have separately because I've put 4 trims. Obviously, if you'd got 3, you wouldn't need to do that. And I'm just literally going to plait it, making it reasonably tight because I want it to be like a cord, and I want that eyelash trim to splay out, which is really lovely. I wish I could get hold of some more of this flat eyelash trim. I'd like it in. I've got lots of different eyelash trims, but this flat stuff, this is the only one that I've got. I've got a feeling somebody might have sent it to me in Happy Mail. I used to do a lot of swaps on Facebook and Swapbot and things, until I got flaked on a few times and I stopped. I just send things out as Happy Mail generally these days because there's no expectation then, is there? So all I'm going to do is plait this until I've got it at the length that I want it for my journal. So I will just keep doing that because I'm sure you don't need to see me plaiting. I'm sure everybody knows how to do a plait. And when I've got it to the length, I will come back and we will carry on. Okay, so that is now plaited, and as you can see, it's still got some stretch in it from that stretchy ribbon. There's a bit of length left on the end there. I did end up just cutting some lengths because it was just easier to plait without it still on the reels. You can do it still on the reels, but it is fiddly. So all I'm going to do now is just tie a knot on the end of this piece here, like so. Make sure I've got all the pieces through, so I've got that little bit of ribbon there that doesn't want to go through, like that. And then I'm going to pull that really, really, really tight, like that, and try and make that knot as small as I can make it. And I do find that pulling on each individual strand as well as pulling on the knot together will just help to really seal that down. And then I'm going to take it off my board. Move my board out of the way. And I'm going to do the same at the top end. I'm just going to give that a really good tug on each strand of the cord. And then I'm going to snip off. It would help if I'd got my fabric scissors. But they're over in the other sewing room and I can't be bothered to go and get them. So I'm going to be lazy and use these and just hack at it. So I've just cut all the loose bits off the end there. I've made this one a little bit longer. I don't know if I just said that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to use it on a junk journal anyway. I think these will make gorgeous closures for junk journals. So then we just need one of our little bead cap sets with the lobster claws. Now I do find that these lobster claws, you just need to get them going. So they're a bit stiff from the manufacture process. But once you've got the clasp going, they go perfectly well. So all I'm going to do is undo the closure on this one. That's it. Now I've got it going. You see, it works perfectly well once you get it going. When I first got them, I thought they didn't work. But yeah, you've just got to get the clasp going. Now I've got a silicone mat here, and all I'm going to do is get a little bit of hot glue. There's my finger protector. I've got a silicone finger protector. You could just roll it in the mat. I might roll it in the mat. I haven't made my mind up yet. And I just put a little bit of hot glue and sort of roll it and press it down. And all I'm doing is just making a little piece that I'm going to be able to slide in to my bead cap, and I will be able to glue that in place. Now I'm just looking for my other scissors. My children have been in my craft room. Can't find anything. I just want to snip a little bit of this off because I want this bit that I've just put the hot glue on to disappear into that bead cap all the way. Perfection. So now I'm just going to pop a little bit of hot glue. This is the Gorilla hot glue, which is supposed to be amazing. We will see. But you could also use any sort of jewellery glue. So I've got like the is it Hypo Cement? I've got all ones like that. So you could use something like that as well. But for the book journals, I find that this is sufficient. So I'm going to do the same on the other end, just a dab of glue. And like I say, you could get your silicone mat and roll it like that. I just prefer to do it with the finger protector. I feel like I've got just a little bit more. So I keep shaking the camera because my autofocus is rubbish. I find I've got a bit more control over it if I do it with a finger protector. I can't talk today. Hey dear, it's going to be a long day. So that still wants a little bit more coming off. So just snip at it again. And then that bit is just going to disappear down in there. So that's perfect. So the only thing is just be careful because obviously it's hot glue. And these little bead caps are metal, so they get hot when you put the hot glue in, surprisingly enough. And then just push that down and in there. And then I'm just going to let that set off, and then that will be a lovely closure for a junk journal. Now on this one, I just attached it using a brad. I'd got this really pretty decorative brad, so I just put the brad through the fabric. And then I've put it through the spine of the book, and because I'd already put the fascia pieces in, obviously the brad had come through that, so I just cut one of these little birds in a coordinating paper from the pack and just put a little piece over it. But obviously if I'd had forethought, I would have attached this and then I would have put this strip on, and then you wouldn't have seen it at all. But yeah, I sort of added it afterwards. But obviously you could attach this in lots of different ways, or you wouldn't necessarily need to attach it at all. You could just use it as a one that you bind around the journal. But yeah, I thought that was a really pretty little closure, something a little bit different, and I like the fact that it will grow with the journal or the album or whatever it is that you're using to close with. So I did say I would show you very quickly the ribbon that I got from AliExpress. So if you watch my Christmas in Summer, you'll know that I'm making Christmas decorations that I'm going to hang all down the banisters at home, and I was using some organza ribbon to tie on the top of those decorations, but I didn't have very much, so I ordered some from AliExpress, and I cannot believe how much I got. Absolutely tons and tons and tons. There's meters and meters and meters. I don't actually know exactly how many meters are on here, but oh my goodness, it's a lot. And these were 80p, a pound, something like that. They weren't very much. They were really, really cheap. I bought them to start with in 3 colours. So I got this really lovely wine burgundy sort of colour. I got this lovely cream, and I got this lovely green. And yeah, they were really, really cheap. So I'll put the link down below to those where I got those ones from. But yeah, they do really thin ones as well, so they'd be really nice in these closures. So that's it from me for now. I hope you enjoyed having a look at how I made my closure for my album. Like I say, I think it'll be really beautiful on a junk journal. That's it from me for now. I'll see you all again very soon in another crafty video. Bye for now.